Hi, my name is James Israelson, and you're watching what is this? The audio commentary for Cer-Real 5 Part 1. Now, I'm recording this in 2018, 7 years after I made this movie, but I always figured I should do audio commentary. I just hope that I remember what went into making this movie. We'll find out. So let's find out. So yeah, Cer-Real 5. So Cer-Real 5 Part 1, 2, and 3 was kind of how I did Cer-Real 3 at the beginning, making the beginning, middle, and end. Although those weren't years between movies. It's just because I'm so, I don't know. I get caught up in different things and lose track of different things, and that's why other things get so stretched out, whatever. Anyways. So 3 years after Cer-Real 4, this takes place. So I think when I made this movie, I was getting more into special effects, more, I guess, quote-unquote, better After Effects-ness in it, and I discovered things like muzzle flashes, and how to make the portals I was still doing basically the same way from Cer-Real 3. Not the best. So if you notice, the aspect ratio for this versus the rest of the movie is different because this is the first thing I made. It was a completely different file. It was a different movie. Like I made the first 5 minutes here, and I was like, didn't know if I'd make the rest of it. So it was its own separate file that gets stretched because I put it into another movie, whatever. So it stretched it out because I'm so good at this stuff. So yeah, there's more special effects. So yeah, okay. So let's talk about the character of this cereal box's son, because I realized that the main character, the guy with the red hat, is now the bad guy of the entire franchise. I was like, oh great, I made the main character the bad guy, so I had to bring in a new main character to kind of push the story along more. And another thing I really tried to do with this movie was have a cohesive plot, because the reel's all over the place. It doesn't make any sense. So I wanted a story that made sense from the beginning to the end, and it was about one thing, basically about the baby and why the high commander guy wants the baby, and the son character is trying to stop the baby from being taken. And so I really focused on a simple plot to drive the movie. And I think it worked a lot better than the other movies because I don't know. They're all over the place, they don't make any sense, and it's just kind of random stuff. Which is fine, that's what Cer-Real's all about. Random stuff. And another thing about the son character is he has no pupils in the middle of his eyes. So I didn't know how... I can't show where he's looking, and that became a problem. So I kind of had him like raise his eyebrows so you know which way he was kind of looking. It kind of works. It kind of looks like crap. I'm looking back at these movies, looking at them through the eyes of someone that made them 7 years ago. I'm thinking all these movies look pretty terrible. But honestly, I did the very, very best of my ability for every one of these movies. So I can't judge them too harshly because I put everything I had into them, and I didn't cut corners. So I think this forest was like the last fully realized thing inside Flash that I drew for this series. So yeah, it's just the same forest things over and over and over again, and I was like, oh no, people are gonna notice it's the same forest, but I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone watches these movies. That's okay. I'll make them for myself, so it's okay. You can probably tell the soldiers' outfits here are just what's his name? Master Chief, just recolored and and just kind of I added some other stuff to them, but really it's just Master Chief with a different helmet. So. Because I'm terrible at designing things. Whether they be vehicles, characters, whatever it is, I'm just the worst at it. So I just usually just end up stealing other people's stuff. So, I don't make money off of this, obviously, but apparently that gun's from After Effects. I don't play a lot of video games, and so when I saw that gun, I was like, oh hey, I'll just trace that. Turns out it's actually from a video game called Mass Effect. Sorry for stealing your stuff, Mass Effect. Oh yeah, I liked how the baby had a beard. It takes place 3 years later, but he hasn't actually grown up. He just grew a beard. I thought that was funny. So, you're welcome for that humor. Yeah, so the guy, the son, and this jetpack guy, I want them to be like, arch nemesis. So I haven't made Cer-Real 5.2 yet, so that might be part of it. I'm hoping, if I ever make it. We'll find out. So yeah, so this ends here. I always figured like this is the end of Cer-Real 5, really, and then it jumps into this new, advanced. Like I was working on with more After Effects at this point. I made this green spaceship by myself. I did not trace this ship. I was very proud of myself for this ship. If you notice, the the soldiers have a British accent type of thing in this scene, because when I was actually doing this movie, I was actually in a church production that I played a British butler, and so the British accent just came out, but they're not British. That's just something that happened. So I wanted the guy with the red hat, now the High Commander, to have a dramatic opening. And that's what this is. This is like a montage with creepy voiceovers, and yeah, I wanted him to have a build-up, revelation type of reveal. Now that he's this creepy old man, that we find out in this scene that it's the serum that Dr. Stone gave him that kind of turned him into this kind of crazy old man. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about this scene. Oh, there's Dr. Stone. Ah, that guy. He's responsible for everything that happens in these stupid movies. I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes the clouds behind the High Commander stop, like in this scene there. They just stop, and then sometimes they're moving, sometimes they're not. I don't know. It all just goes into the terribleness that is just the real movies. And I say that not thinking they're bad, just that they're fun to watch. They're just bad. I don't know. Whatever. Hey! Okay, cool. So, now we go with... The son has a cool Hummer coming out of a portal. And I really wanted to make this scene really action-packed. And I actually showed the car chase coming up to my film class I was taking at the time, and they really liked it, and they really wanted to see what the rest of the movie was. And I don't know if they ever did see it, because they quarter ended and I never saw them again. But whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I should show them this. No, I should not show them. Oh my gosh. So this scene here I never liked. There's some stuff in this movie that I actually took out, and then I guess I didn't save the file, project file, whatever, so it's like it didn't get taken out. It's still in. Whatever. I designed those vector drones myself. I drew sketches of them, and then I put them in Flash. I'm very proud of them. Ian Swanson, someone I went to church with, he designed this. He designed the lower part that looks like real pictures. He designed that, and I did the tower. It's pretty cool. I like how the old man is still hungry for Triceratops, because he was actually in the prehistoric times for the last 3 years. And I had a scene written during the scene when the red guys attack them in the forest, that like Triceratops and raptors are going to attack, but I didn't know how to do that. So there was no dinosaurs. So I'm sorry. Sorry for that. So yeah, I was in film school during this, and I was really into like movie making and really into detail-oriented stuff. So I had a lot of After Effects stuff, and also I realized that if you take a screen cap of a movie you're making, like this one, and you put it on Facebook, people will analyze that, and they will look for flaws in it. I guess, I don't know. Like, I took a screen cap of him upside down, the blue guy, and people were like, oh, he's using the wrong hand. Oh, his thumb's in the wrong place, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's only like a 2.5-second clip, but whatever. I have a fit about it. I like how it says turn around. I hate to be the bird and bad news, turn around. Even though every character is always facing forward, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. Turn around. Because they're always turning around. Yeah, that scene kind of sucks. I wanted to, like, a faster speed out scene, but it didn't turn out that way. And also when he says take a laser cannon, that's a throwback to Cer-Real 4, if you didn't know that. I really like how that turned out. This whole scene is really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, I put a lot of details into this movie, a lot of stuff. And I had this really... When I was doing this one with After Effects, I had this thing called, like, Action Cam. So you did whatever you want to do in After Effects, and then you drop this Action Cam on it, and it automatically, like, shook the camera and made it look really cool. That's why it's, like, really jumping around all over the place, because of the Action Cam plugin thing that I had. But I don't know where it went, and I don't have it now. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I think this is the first time we ever see, like, blood, I think, in Cer-Real. I think so. I mean, someone got decapitated in Cer-Real 3, but that's not blood coming out of someone's arm or whatever. So yeah, all this is probably like, it's called Action Essentials. It's all like pre-rendered special effects. All you do is drop it into your After Effects thing, you're ready to go. With like explosions and debris and muzzle flashes, whatever you want. I hate this shot, and I hate this shot, because they're both terrible. I don't know. There you go. I do like this part, because it's like, oh, they defeated the bad guys. Oh wait, no, there's one more, and it's gonna completely ruin your day. Kablow. So I was making this movie, and I was like, wait a minute, I need to put the cereal box in. So he has a cameo in this movie. There he is. Oh, hold on. And there he is. Flying around in space. I like this scene. I don't know. I don't know how the cereal box had a son. Doesn't make sense. It shouldn't have happened. But whatever. He did. And if you can't tell, there's beads of sweat actually dripping down that guy's face. Like, I put a lot of details. Like, I took a long time making this room here in After Effects. I put tons of detail in this movie. Yeah. Everyone kept saying, oh, that's so cool. How did you do that water thing on the window? That's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, well, it's just pre-rendered water. All I did was drop it in After Effects. It's already there, whatever. Yeah. I think that window I might have stole from Star Wars. The Emperor's throne room in Star Wars episode, whatever, 6? Return of the Jedi. So this is a throwback to Cer-Real 4. Yeah, I like this movie more than Cer-Real 4. Cer-Real 4 is kind of my least favorite movie, but this one's okay. This is kind of like the new generation of Cer-Real. It's, looks a little better, sounds a little bit better. Whatever. This is a pretty terrible audio commentary. Sorry, I'm tired, and I haven't, I made this movie 7 years ago, so I don't remember all the details that went into it. But his robe right there is from Cer-Real 4. So, there you go. Cer-Real 5.2, which takes place after this one, it should be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty epic, though. This is gonna be space battles, and zombies, and all sorts of cool stuff in it. Very cool stuff. I also showed this scene to my film class, and they liked this one as well. Yeah. I'll make all these screaming sounds. Yep, 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 yep. And yeah, that's the end. It's gonna cut me off, I think. Hell, thanks for watching. I'm sorry this is such a bad audio commentary. Have a great day.